Easily the most anticipated UFC debut of 2018 thus far. The striking wizard Israel Adesanya makes his first walk to the octagon for a showdown with Razor Rob Wilkinson. An intriguing addition to the UFC middleweight roster, Israel Adesanya has all eyes on him tonight as he makes his debut against Rob Wilkinson. Unbeaten as a pro, with all 11 of his wins coming by knockout, Adesanya first got noticed on the combat sports scene thanks to a stellar kickboxing career that saw him compile a remarkable 65-5-2 record. But his opponent knows something about winning as well, as Sydney's Wilkinson has had his hand raised in all but one of his 12 pro bouts, heading into this highly anticipated middleweight matchup. Coming up next, Israel Adesanya battles Razor Rob Wilkinson. So here is the Nigerian-born, New Zealand-based Israel Adesanya, 28 years old. He arrives at the UFC debut here tonight. This man is calm, cool, and collected, and you better be careful in there because there's a lot of different limbs coming your way.
It's pretty rare you see a guy make his UFC debut with this kind of hype.
Right.
A lot of eyes on him. They expect great things from him. Sometimes that pressure can be a detriment. I don't think so with this guy. Look at his pro kickboxing record, 75-4, 29 knockouts. His MMA record, 11-0. His longest fight, 3:37 of round 2. He's used to finishing guys, and he's used to finishing them early.
He is a prohibitive -360 favorite here tonight against Rob Wilkinson, and he said, I don't think much about my opponent. All I know is he wants to hug me hard. Sounds like a pretty good strategy.
I mean, he's going to need that. He's going to need the takedown. He's going to need the submission game. You don't want to stand, especially on the outside with Adesanya. Incredible versatility, incredible range, great kicks, very long for this weight class. He's a tough test for anybody on the feet, and I mean anybody.
And amazing how quickly it clicked for Israel Adesanya. He only started training in 2008, initially to protect himself. We mentioned nearly 80 pro kickboxing bouts reported. 5-1 with a knockout as a professional boxer. Had a win over Melvin Gillard back in 2017. Another UFC vet, Song Kanan, one of his victims in 2015. So here is Israel Adesanya trying to keep it going as he hits the big show here in Perth. The middleweights have entered the octagon. Let's get you the tail of the tape for this one between Razor Rob Wilkinson and Israel Adesanya. Wilkinson fighting out of Sydney, Australia. Adesanya born in Nigeria, now calls New Zealand home. Adesanya 28, Wilkinson 25. Adesanya 1 inch taller, both fighters with a reach of 80 inches. All right, now to get us started for this middleweight bout, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding an undefeated professional record, 11 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 183 pounds. Fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand, by way of Lago, Nigeria, and tonight he is making his octagon debut, presenting Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Razor Rob Wilkinson. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Stephen Percival.
Steve Percival, our referee. Not too many boos for him here tonight. Kahili is with us. Thank you very much. Getting us started for round 1. Israel Adesanya taking on that man, the forgotten man in this equation somewhat, Razor Rob Wilkinson.
Okay, you ready? You ready? Let's go, gentlemen.
A lot of the headlines have been garnered by his opponent, Israel Adesanya, but a big opportunity for Wilkinson tonight. He is in blue, the newcomer Adesanya in black.
Also the mental side, Wilkinson coming off the first loss of his career, a knockout loss. Stopped pretty late. He took a lot of damage in that fight. How will that affect him going into this one?
Already an early stance switch from the switch stance fighter, Israel Adesanya. an accomplished kickboxer. He's drawn some comparisons to John Jones. We'll see if he can live up to all of these expectations here tonight against Wilkinson.
One thing he has to do is not let the hype get to him. A lot of people talk about him, John Jones, Anderson Silva, stuff like that. Hey, get in there, win the fight, do what you do, worry about the hype later. Don't feel the need to live up to it and have a spectacular finish in the first round. Just get the win.
Adesanya, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt under Andre Galvao, but Wilkinson figured to have a grappling advantage tonight. More than half of Wilkinson's pro wins have come by submission.
I think he needs to rely on those skills tonight. Get an outside trip, get on top. And look at that wizard, beautiful balance. In a cow catcher position, wrestling, lets it go. Head chancery. This is the kind of fight you want if you're Wilkinson.
No doubt about it.
Dirty against the fence, grinding. Rely on that clinch. Take the energy out of an explosive opponent.
And of course, try to extend a fighter who has never gone 15 minutes in his pro career. 11-0 for Adesanya. All 11 wins by knockout, 5 in round 1.
Nice job with the trip. Adesanya, very good job getting back to his feet. Excellent balance.
There is a healthy rivalry between Australia and New Zealand.
And look at that tenacity with the takedown. Didn't let him off the hook. Stayed with the single leg, stayed with the pressure, and they're back against the fence. It's the kind of tenacity he's going to need to get the takedown here.
Another level change here from Rob Wilkinson. 2.5 minutes gone by round 1.
Go inside straight away.
Like you said, he got on the radar, kind of beating up Melvin Gillard. Great performance in that fight, but Melvin Gillard has fought at 55. Certainly not a natural middleweight. Wilkinson is. Much more physical pressure here than he's used to.
Right. Looks like some blood in and around that nose of Rob Wilkinson. Not exactly sure what caused it.
You can tell Wilkinson wants no distance at all.
Right. Sage strategy against someone like Adesanya. Now we get some separation. About 2 minutes to go, round 1. We'll see what the last style bender can do now at range. Showing some feints here to Wilkinson.
So far, being patient. Tend to work from the outside. Nice lead hook right hand. And Wilkinson wants nothing to do. Beautiful job with the roll. And that's athleticism, my friend. He rolled right through that.
Adesanya makes this middleweight limit with ease. Came in at 183 pounds, 3 pounds to spare here yesterday. And the takedown defense is largely held up, Jim.
The strategy here, of course, Wilkinson wants a takedown. If you can't get it, just keep this fight close and make it about long-term energy depletion. Take the energy out of my opponent, even if I can't take him down.
42 seconds.
And also test the mentality. This guy's not used to long fights. Make it grueling. See if he'll get frustrated because he can't get his game going.
Pretty good job by Wilkinson to pull that post and get Adesanya down, but only for a couple seconds. Israel back to his feet.
Yeah, certainly not efficient with the takedowns so far. He's putting in a lot of work for very few takedowns, but he's able to wear Adesanya down. I think that could be the goal in round 1.
2 takedowns on 10 attempts in round 1 for Razor Rob Wilkinson. Round 2, forthcoming from Perth. Stay with us. 5 minutes down, potentially 10 to go here between Israel Adesanya and Rob Wilkinson. Jimmy, any major takeaways from either corner after round 1?
Yeah, Rob Wilkinson's corner said, look at how he's sitting on the stool. He's tired. It's all about energy. Stick to the game plan. They don't want him getting creative and getting knocked out.
Crowd oohing and eyeing as Adesanya misses high with that kick. You just get the sense everyone is waiting with bated breath to see this highly touted prospect. Wilkinson again closes the distance, whiffs on the left hand.
Wilkinson's corner didn't talk about the takedown. They talked about energy, about wearing him down, breaking him down, and winning the fight.
In 2 minutes, 5 minutes, we're going home. You can have the victory, let's go.
Oh, nice jab.
Try to protect, let's go. High ground. Take that. Come on, move the foot. Keep moving the feet, Rob.
Nice combination to the body. I like the speed on that jab. Finally, a good separation after a takedown attempt.
Yeah, Adesanya starting to get a read a little bit on that Wilkinson shot. He saw it 10 times in round 1. 12 takedown attempts now for Wilkinson. And that was a big message from the Adesanya corner as well, Jimmy, to focus on the hands and not the feet when it comes to his strike.
Exactly. Don't let him catch it and take you down. Make him earn it with a takedown.
Oh, even when it gets partially blocked.
Yeah, with these gloves, it makes no difference. Nice knee.
Nice job by Wilkinson, though, to stay committed and ground Adesanya at least temporarily there.
I don't think he had much of a choice. Those punches did not feel good. He committed to that takedown. Survival's a hell of a motivator, John.
Wilkinson with an underhook here, content to run a little bit of clock. Just over 3 minutes here in round 2.
You know, he's doing well with the wizard. He's doing well, you know, pummeling inside, not getting the takedown. He needs to angle off the fence. Needs a little bit more footwork to not be in these positions against the fence. Not getting taken down is good, but you want to angle, get back to the center of the octagon where he's done good work.
Big deep breath from Rob Wilkinson. Adesanya pressing forward. Oh, uppercut followed up with a knee.
These strikes are quick and they're accurate. Nose might be broken.
Yeah,
a lot of blood coming out of it.
Looks a little rearranged.
And what that affects so much is the breathing. Beautiful job with that defense. Man, starting to take Wilkinson apart with the strikes. That hurt him.
Not sure how much more Wilkinson can take. Adesanya to the knee, now back to the hands.
He's moving his head, but not enough. Spit blood on him.
Wilkinson exhausted, attempted 16 takedowns, and the end here might be a formality. Big right hand.
This looks like physical surrender to me. He's not answering back, he just has his hands up. It's not gonna take much for the referee to stop this one. This is a punching bag right now.
Oh, huge right hand from Adesanya after Wilkinson had landed a knee. Not sure how much more Steve Percival needs to see. There's a knee.
Yeah, this guy is done. That's it.
Israel Adesanya, so-so according to him, but the last style bender does it 12-0. He makes good on the UFC debut tonight.
And look at these shots. Beautiful stuff with the jab. That's what set everything up. Combinations to the body, but look at it here, an even-paced attack. Didn't go crazy, didn't go nuts, didn't allow Wilkinson to clinch and get the takedown. Right here, body, head, knee, great combinations, angling as he's punching. This is the kind of finish you want for your first UFC fight. It showed that he has a real maturity on the feet. The rest of the strikers in this division, you're on notice.
And Adesanya made it very clear, getting to the UFC is not the dream, this is only the beginning. All right, to make it official, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Stephen Percival has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 37 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
The last style bender has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time coming. Israel Adesanya, welcome to the big show. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a long time, definitely, you know. I tried for years, but I had some other things to do, but now Styles is in the UFC, baby. Yeah.
And I know the masses certainly believe you deserve to be here, so he attempted to take you down.
First of all, I just want to say something to the UFC fighters, the personnel and persona backstage, to the downwards and upwards. I see you guys creeping on my Instagram. Don't think I don't see you. You watching me, and I've been watching you. But then when you run up on me, you act like you don't know me. Boy, you know who I am now.
So Rob Wilkinson accepted this fight. Others turned it down, so I know you have a lot of respect for him in defeat tonight. He tried to take you down 16 times. Takedown defense certainly held up for you.
Yeah, definite. I think 4 guys, right? You each 4. 4 turned us down. And he's the only guy to take it. So when someone accepts that and they know who they're messing with, I'm like, well, he must have something up the sleeve, but not tonight.
Did it feel any different making this walk in the UFC, no?
I made it to 219 in Vegas, last show of last year, with my boy Dan Hooker, and walking out, I was like, man, it's the same thing, just a different cage, you know? So same energy, I keep the same energy.
I know there's a lot of pressure on you. You seem pretty immune to it.
Me? No pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. You know what it is.
Any idea who you'd like to share this octagon with next, and how soon would you like to get back in here?
Well, you heard me. I said, middleweights, I'm the new dog in the yard, and I just pissed all over this cage.
No argument from me, ladies and gentlemen. The last style bender, Israel Adesanya.
And that is a great debut. We knew he had striking skills and no shortage of confidence. Even though it's his first fight in the UFC, great stuff from the newcomer.